You are looking live at Iceline in Westchester, Pennsylvania, where the New Jersey Bandits U19 girls begin their quest to nationals. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo here bringing you the action on Rizzo Vision as the Bandits get set to take on the York Devils in a rematch of the AGHF championship game just a couple of weeks ago. The Bandits are 2 wins away from clinching a spot to go to East Lansing, Michigan, and play for the national championship. This is game number 1. If they win this one, they advance to play the Junior Flyers this evening. If they win that game, they've punched their ticket to Michigan. The winner of this game, we should say, make it a little easier for you. The winner of this game will play the Junior Flyers this evening. And the winner of that game this evening will get the first bid to the national championships, nationals. Should the loser of this game feel down, they will have more opportunities to make it. There is a pair of bids available this weekend. Bandits in the dark pink with the signature gold helmets. Devils in the white jerseys with the black, underway from Iceline Rink 4. The district has denied us being in the perch. Lexi Riley starts in goal and covers that one up for the Bandits. 17-minute periods in play here. Foldia starts out up front with Camerata and Gabby Rothstein. Rothstein picks that one off, tries to break in. It's going to be Camerata getting through. Shot, save, and no rebound allowed. Kaylin Crossett didn't even get a chance to tell you that she was in there, but she makes the first save of the game for her side. McSherry now out with Sperling and Scott. Venuto and Olivia Rothstein on defense. Puck battle ensues right in front of us. Goes back to Olivia Rothstein, sent up the middle. Cochran picked it off, but couldn't maintain possession. Kratzer picks it up, looks up the middle for Perez. She didn't get it cleanly, and it's sent forward for McSherry by Olivia Rothstein. Scott in pursuit of Cochran, gets a piece of it, but it does get out to the middle, and Olivia Rothstein picks it up. Chipped forward, couldn't get it past Jasper Perez, who sends it down. Onside, no icing. White was battling for it at the near side. Brewer will pick it up and send it in offside. So one thing that is different for this game here as we get to the districts level is we have a referee and 2 linesmen. Otterbein with McCaffrey and Rizzo. Up front, Redmond and Shoemaker-Gromick on the back line. Off the draw, Maluzio sends it back to Harris. Up through the middle. Trempa had it, comes off the near side wall. Rizzo takes it away from Maluzio and breaks in, gets to the middle, top of the slot, sends one in. Shot, there was a save. And Otterbein there to pick up the rebound, couldn't get a shot off. So Rizzo gets through for one there. Brewer picked it up, hounded by a couple of Bandits. McCaffrey shakes off one, sends it in, but Harris got it before it hit the end line. Maluzio fanned on that one, but has plenty of time to recover. Gets past the swooping Otterbein, tipped up and forward. Gabby Rothstein now jumped out for Rizzo. McCaffrey jumps off, and Camerata jumps on. Otterbein leaves in favor of Foldia, so a full change up front. Redmond and Shoemaker-Gromick on the back line. It comes up through the middle. Harris sends it forward for Nelson. Can't get it through. It eludes a couple. Devils had a 5-1 win against the Little Flyers on Friday evening to advance to this game. Here comes Gabby Rothstein. 3-on-1, looking to shoot, and she scores! Gabby Rothstein opens the scoring for the Bandits with 14:16 left in the first period. She had a 3-on-1, faked it to the middle, and just fired it past Crossit. So the Bandits get the start that they were looking for. Rothstein came to the middle. She had me sold. I thought she was passing it. Now off the draw, Sperling breaks in, takes a shot, but it goes wide. Comes up the near side wall. McSherry battles for it. It's the linesman. Remember, we just said it. There's a referee. The referee wears the orange stripes, and the linesman, the orange stripes on the sleeves. The linesmen have, well, there's 2 referees actually, and 1 linesman. So there you go. So I was wrong. It's 2 referees and 1 linesman. I'm looking for a second linesman just in case I'm missing on that. Comes through neutral ice and Morgan Kepler picks it up. Shifts it forward for McSherry, but the Devils retreat into their own end. Devils, I was just saying, we're coming off a 5-1 win over the Little Flyers, a dominant victory. They broke out early to a 5-0 lead by the middle of the second period, and we're in it all the way. Bandits, they were never headed, I should say. Bandits are going to go on the power play as Maluzio touches up. Power play for the Bandits with 13:11 left in period 1, and the Bandits already out to a 1-0 lead. It's going to be Olivia Bandini with the hook. She was one of the goal scorers on Friday night for the York Devils. Off the draw here in the offensive zone, it will be Folia on the dot. Camarada in the slot. Gabby Rothstein gets it on the far side wall. Shoemaker Gromick to Sperling, a headhunter, and everybody ducks out of the way as that puck goes twice the height of the crossbar. It's now out into neutral ice. Nelson and Cochran up front to kill it off. Maluzio and Harris on the back line. Bandits can't get it in cleanly here. Shoemaker Gromick waits. Sperling now sends it to the middle. Camarada and she got tied up, and Sperling sends it into greener pastures. Gabby Rothstein has the goal. This one would be offside, but Folia saw it. Nelson picks her pocket. She's 2-on-3, but that quickly turns around, and Gabby Rothstein has it, gains the line of center, dumps it in, peels back for a change. On comes Mandy Scott. Mandy will go into your picture now, 27, seated at the right point, and gets that puck and sends it right back down low. Folia looking for somebody in the middle, didn't have anyone, and takes it around the end line. Now given a little room, sends it to Shoemaker Gromick, over for Sperling. Shot through traffic, Crossit kicked it away. There was a good screen in front, but Kaylin Crossit got the right pad on it. Here comes Maluzio, all the way in. Gets down low, sharp angle shot, kick saved by Riley. Cochran picks it up, 42 seconds on the power play, and York now shorthanded. Has the Bandits all the way back in their own zone. Here's White. She scored yesterday as well and send it back in on hand here for the last 30 seconds of the penalty kill. Bandits changing behind Sperling, who has it. Scott, who is the fresh legs already, picks it up, centers it all the way for McSherry, who sends it off the skates of Sperling. They can't pick it up, and Venuto sent it in just a moment too early, and Scott is offside. Whistle stops play. 11:22 left period 1. 1-0 Bandits. 11 seconds remaining on the power play, and then Olivia Bandini will repatriate the ice for the York Devils. Bandits took the AGHF championship game a few weeks ago against these Devils, a 3-0 score at Skylands. Onside is McSherry, over for McNulty. Maeve gets down low, takes a shot. Somebody got a piece and Crossit gobbled it up. The penalty expires, so York has killed it off. 11:07. Period 1. 1-0 Bandits. Gabby Rothstein, the goal scorer. Off the draw, comes to Kepler. Over past there, was picked off by Perez. the D-to-D pass. Perez sends it off the end boards. Olivia Rothstein battles to pick it up. McNulty was there and made Kratzer fire it away. Kratzer, one of the goal scorers. That gets past White, and they will say no icing, as I guess it tipped. Crosett was a little handcuffed by it, but not in a way that made it dangerous. And McNulty picks it off. 1 on 3 or 4. Otterbein gets it down low, tries to shoot it. Rizzo's in front at the back door if it gets through. Oh, and Otterbein couldn't get it through. She was trying to get it there for Rizzo at the doorstep. Olivia Rothstein sends it at the net. Cross it steered away, and it's sent out. Kepler for Olivia Rothstein. Kicked forward for Otterbein. She's going to come down the middle and tried to dump it, but Maluzio just picked it right off as it came in. Comes to neutral ice, and now retreating into her own end is Venuto. Bank pass for Rizzo. Rizzo leaves it for Otterbein, who stayed on side. Actually, Maluzio might have gotten a piece of it or just interrupted her path. Otterbein with a nice play to get it to McCaffrey on the far side, and Katie dumps it in. Rizzo kept the speed up by going right along the blue line there. Those are little things that you have to do in a game like this. The Devils are a heck of a team. Here's Bandini trying to get it through the middle, but Kira Redmond interrupts that plan. Off the boards on the far side. There's McCaffrey looking maybe to get it to Rizzo, who was nearly behind the defense. Rizzo's at the end of the shift here, so she'll have to peel off as soon as she can, and she does, as Harris retreats to get that puck. Gabby Rothstein jumps on. A clean change will always help. Here's Venuto, gains the line of center, sends it wide of the net, acting as a dump in there. Camerata with a little steam, trying to pick it up. Does pick it up, shoots it, fired it wide. And Gabby Rothstein picks it up, dumps it off the boards to herself. Maluzio niftily shields her off with the hip. Had position, had the angle, and used all of that to her advantage. Camerata looking for somebody in the middle, has to shoot it on Crossett, and Kaylin Crossett gets it in the breadbasket. Yields no rebound, and stops the clock with 8:50 left in the first period. It says that the shots on goal are 6 for the Bandits, and there's no number up there for the Devils, but they for sure have had at least 2. So we'll see if Kevin Camerata is somewhere around to keep that stat. Kratzer gingerly playing it in front of her own net, very nonchalant there. Comes up the boards to the far side, ping pong there and out. Folia will let Kepler have it. Here's Shoemaker Gromick, the captain, number 2. Up for Folia, 2-on-2. Folia's shot was blunted by Grace White. Goes to the near side corner. Rothstein gets all the way in front and sends a backhand just wide. Picked up and on the move is Kratzer, Katie Kratzer through one zone 2 and now the third. Tries to get through Shoemaker Gromick, but it's offside. Cochran thought she was onside. I did too, but with 2 referees and a linesman, I am never in a position to argue, but especially not today. This is the Atlantic District Playoffs. The winner of this game will play for berth number 1 of 2 available, as Lexi Riley stops it and covers that one. Berth number 1 of 2 available this evening against the Junior Flyers, who are the first seed. The Bandits, as the second seed, come in needing to win 2 games, either out of 2 or out of 3. And the Devils, as the third seed, and also the Little Flyers as the fourth, would need to win 3 games, either out of 3 or out of 4. So we'll try to explain that a little bit later. I think there might be an ice cut between periods here at some point. Scott all the way down to pick that off, and is going to skate it all the way out of the zone, get to the line of center and dump it in. McSherry will be the first to pursue, but Maluzio will get there earnestly for York. Sends it up the far side wall, too strong for Ryder, and Venuto jumps in and keeps it in at the point. Michaela Harris up the far side for Avery Ryder, but not cleanly, and Venuto and McSherry play that same game, and they'll play it again. This time, now Venuto will dump it instead of up the wall at the net. Sperling recovers a loose puck, had it in the slot, lost it, and couldn't figure it out. Krempa is trying to get it out. Bandits just keep it in at the point. Now Avery Ryder's backhand on the angle is the one to put that in. Venuto shot that all the way down, so that's not an icing. Ryder is going to pursue on the far side. Sperling comes down to get it. Was looking either for Otterbein or Rizzo, found neither, but because that puck slowed down, Maluzio was able to get it. Rizzo trying to tail the speedy 53, and Maluzio will gain all the zone. Shot was blocked by Olivia Rothstein. Maluzio, defenseman, will stay down in pursuit. Centering feed, and Maluzio turned around, otherwise she would have been in position right there, and Rizzo was able to break it up. McNulty got a piece, sent down in for Olivia Rothstein. There's Olivia up the boards just below us for Ava Otterbein, too strong. Maluzio picks it up, sends it up the middle, and tipped there. And Folkenroth got a piece of it, sent it down low onside. Venuto picks it up around the near boards for Luisa Rizzo. 21 shepherds it out of the zone. Was guarded there by Wilson. Now sent up through the middle. A little too strong for McNulty. Kratzer has it. Otterbein forces the retreat, and Kratzer does a couple of pirouettes and sends it up for Wilson, who sends it into the offensive zone. Quickly out for White. McNulty will put in pursuit. Wilson will get it on the near side wall. Comes now to Lacey Nelson. Shot was tipped by Olivia Rothstein and goes wide. McNulty looking for it on the far boards, trying to get it out. Can't quite get it through all the traffic over there as Kratzer kept it in. Kratzer with the white stick. Rizzo sold out a little bit there to get it out of the zone. Might have been the beneficiary, so to speak, of a trip. That shot by White flutters at the net and is gloved down by Lexi Riley. Whistle stops play with 5:11 left in period number 1. 1-0 Bandits on the early goal by Gabby Rothstein. Cochran on the draw, beaten by Folia, sends it hard around the right side, a little too hard. Harris sends it at the net, but Cochran picked it off, centered through the middle. Somebody was looking for it there. Fired wide by Maluzio. Comes all the way around to the point on the far side. Somebody got decked in front. It was Cochran. A physical player, 22. 22 and 5 will be the physical players up front for York. And just as we say that, Cochran will get whistled off for the penalty. 4:39 left, period number 1. Bandits will embark on power play number 2 as Kalina Cochran goes off for roughing. Second power play of the game. 0 for 1 so far for the Bandits. Folia on the dot, Camarada in the slot, Gabby Rothstein on the far side wall. Folia off the draw, fires it, and a big glove save by Kaylin Crossett. Folia got that one up, was looking for the top right corner in this case. Crossett kept the glove up. Folia wins that one to Shoemaker Gromick, over to Sperling, between the points, sends it for Folia, into the dot, shot, save, no rebound. Crossett under some pressure here. The shot board says 8-2 for the Bandits. They're shorting the Devils by, I think, a couple. We'll just go by what's on the board. Off the draw, Gabby Rothstein has it, trying to march toward the net, but has to go below the end line. Centering feed, backhand attempt by Camarada, couldn't connect. It'll go to the point for Shoemaker Gromick. Between the points, she sends it to Sperling. Tic-tac-toe for Folia, couldn't get it. Maluzio might have gotten away with one in front as she took the feed out from underneath Camarada. But listen, if there's 2 refs and a linesman and you get away with it, then you just got away with it. I mean, that's it. They're not going to miss anything here that they don't really want to call. Too strong for Nelson. That's going to be an icing. And if you're just tuning in and you're saying, wait a minute, Mr. Rizzo Vision here, the Bandits are on a power play. So if the York Devils are shorthanded, how is their icing? Well, icing is in effect in all situations at the U19 level and younger. Believe it or not. That was a USA Hockey mandate from a few years ago. McNulty sent it between the points to Venuto. Fernanda tees it up and hits Scott. Flat tire maybe. Scott gets off a shot, still aching from taking that puck in the skate. It's loose in front and covered by Crossett just in the nick of time. And Scott, without a busted wheel, might have had a little bit extra jump to get through there. She's going to come off for McCaffrey, it looks like. .56 seconds on the power play. McCaffrey in the slot, McSherry on the dot, McNulty on the far side, off the wing, McNulty to Kepler, to Venuto, marches in, through traffic, shot! What a save by Crosset. It looked to me like she didn't see it, but she had the glove in perfect position, and the puck found it. Another good shot by Venuto. McSherry on the dot now. McCaffrey in the slot. McCaffrey was cheating a little bit there on the face-off, but it's won by York. Stolen away by Venuto as Maluzio tried to get it out. 40 seconds left in the power play. Bandits lead at 1-0. 3:15 left in the first period. This is their second power play and the only 2 power plays of the game so far to New Jersey, which is the team in the dark pink with the gold helmets. The York Devils from York, Pennsylvania, in the white jerseys with black and red accents. Kratzer was looking to get it out but couldn't. That gives McCaffrey an opportunity, looking to try to center it for somebody. Still with it. Over to Kepler, couldn't handle it at the point. That's going to expire the remainder of the power play. Cochran is going to get out. There's 1-on-2. Venuto sends it all the way for McCaffrey, who's going to gain the line, take a shot, steered aside, and actually covered up. It hit the stick and went into the glove of Crosset, and the Bandits will take that because it will allow them, post power play, to have an offensive draw and a fresh 5. Draw to the near side wall. We apologize sometimes if people are walking in through the middle. The district doesn't want us in the perch. So unless I get special dispensation from the district, then I'm not risking it. We're not trying to be the story here. The story is the girls. Here's Camarada up the far side, off the far side pass. Now kept in by Redmond, sent out. Redmond got it in the glove. They say hand pass, I think. So Redmond knocked it down with the glove. Offside, hand pass, either way. It's the same result. A face-off just outside of the offensive zone for the Bandits. Folia up front with Gabby Rothstein on her left and Izzy Camarada on the right. This trio on a 3-on-1 combined for the lone goal, although it was Gabby Rothstein carrying it all the way in, shooting and scoring. Here's Folia, gets in and Crosset. Boy, the glove has been vital for Crosset to keep this game where it is. The goal by Gabby Rothstein was on the short side, not the glove side. Gabby has it again, marches down Broadway, takes a shot, redirected in front. I think Camarada got a piece, might have directed it slightly at the goaltender. But you'll always take the redirection. Sometimes it doesn't work in your favor, but the odds typically work for you. Chipped toward the slot. Camarada trying to pick it up. Shoemaker-Gromick hustles to keep it in. Under a minute 30 now left in period number 1. 1-0 Bandits. The Atlantic District Playoffs. A trip to the Nationals up for grabs. There are 2 spots for 4 teams. Jasper Perez can't get through Shoemaker-Gromick, who sends it out of the zone. Maluzio up the far side for Harris, sent that net. Riley gloved it down right to Shoemaker-Gromick. It goes through the wickets of a bunch, will not be an icing, as Ryder got a piece of that one. Bandits changing behind the play, so the screams of York for the long pass were a little too little, a little too late. Maluzio's going to try to go 1-on-4. Sometimes those odds are good enough for her. Takes a shot, hits off the outside of the net. Maluzio will stay down there for a moment. Ryder covers the point on the right side. It's down low, and it looks like there's going to be a whistle. Did the net come off? Is that what happened? The net came off. Looked like one of the Devils ran into it on the near side. Maybe Cochran, I think, might have run into it. Comes to the point. Maluzio pressured by Scott. Centering feed by Nelson. Found nobody but Harris by the time it got to the point. Sperling battles for it on the far side. Kepler over there now. And
hey, come on,
the better of that one.
Go ahead, went into the boards.
10 seconds left, and it's going to be an icing, and the whistle stops play with 5.7 left in the first period. Shots on the board, 14-3 in favor of the Bandits. I do think York should have credit for at least a couple more. But a good first period by the Bandits, only here if they get out with the 1-0 advantage. Folia off the draw. Sperling will just look to tie up Ryder on the far side. Does that, and time runs out on period 1, and a good one for the Bandits as they exit with a 1-0 lead. Shots on goal, 14-3 in favor of the Bandits. Musical interlude ensues. So we'll explain it now a little bit more. On Friday evening, York and the Little Flyers, as the 3rd and 4th seeds respectively, played game number 1 of the Atlantic District Finals. As you see, Debbie Rizzo. So when you see replays, those are courtesy of Debbie Rizzo. And that will be on the on-demand version of this game as opposed to the live stream. So York, by virtue of their 5-1 victory, advanced to this game. The Little Flyers have now moved into what you could call the losers bracket, although there's only 4 teams, it still works that way. The Little Flyers will play the early game on Sunday, and we'll explain more about that in a moment. So the Bandits, as the 2nd seed, clinched a spot in this game without having to play. York, by virtue of its win Friday night, earned a spot in this game. And then the winner of this game plays the Junior Flyers, who are the number 1 seed. And that game this evening represents, which is March 16th, Saturday, the day before St. Patrick's Day. That game represents the prize of the first berth into Nationals. The loser of this game will play the Little Flyers on Sunday morning, and then the winner of that game will advance to Sunday afternoon to play the loser of this evening's game. We'll sort it out after this game ends, because we'll know more by then. We'll know all the matchups. Underway, period 2. Folia up front with Gabby Rothstein and Izzy Camarada. Comes to neutral ice and sent over the boards and into the Bandit penalty box, which has remained empty thus far. Teams have switched sides, so Crossit guards the goal to your YouTube left, to your YouTube right rather, the one that you're looking at. And Lexi Riley protects the cage to your YouTube left. Phillips gets it out of the zone. Bandits retreating there. Kepler had to get through the linesman and one of the referees. There are 2 referees and 1 linesman. The enhanced officiating as we advance further here toward the importance of these games. Here comes Folia, tees it up, blocked away, pop up in the middle, hand passed away, but in your defensive zone that's allowed. Here is Nelson coming in on Kepler, takes a shot. Riley knocked it away with the blocker. Comes to the near side corner. Shoemaker Gromick off the wall on the far side for Folia. Chipped up, but Harris will keep it in. If not by herself, then with the aid of Lacey Nelson. Here's Kepler, gets that one knocked away by Perez. Shot on Riley from close range, and Lexi knocked it away. That one flipped into the netting off of a York stick, so the face-off will come outside the zone. Hard for me to sometimes read the comments, but I'm glad Aunt Janice is watching, and we're glad the Whites are watching. So we're not biased. Well, we're a little biased in the commentary, admittedly, but we're not biased about who's checking it out, and we appreciate, especially over the years, our York Devils families have been very supportive of Rizzo Vision from back in our days with the Rockets. So we appreciate you and the way that your girls play hard and play talented. Always a great game whenever you're playing the York Devils, that's for sure. Olivia Rothstein forwards it, but can't get it all the way through. Venuto trying to gain a little momentum. Just finds devil after devil. Scott comes through, none the worse for wear after taking one hard off the foot before. Olivia Rothstein sends it in, but couldn't get a dump in. And Ryder has a chance, but McSherry was hustling back and had a good angle. Nearly put the Devils offside, and in fact, Krempo will do just that. .14:57 left, period number 2. 1-0 Bandits on the goal by Gabby Rothstein. Otterbein now with McCaffrey on her right and Rizzo on her left. Forwarded through. Cochran picked it up. Losing an edge there was Otterbein. Bandits retreating into their own zone. McCaffrey up for Rizzo. Rizzo and Otterbein with McCaffrey trailing. Rizzo looking to tee it up, gets it through traffic. Shot kicked away. Rizzo almost found the 5-hole, but Crossit kicked it away. Otterbein was in the area where the rebound could be. But Crossit, who's been spectacular, got enough on it. And Crosit's had to be real good, otherwise this one would be out of hand. Otterbein and Rizzo break in again. Otterbein will tee it up, but it goes off the outside leg of Kratzer. Redmond rushes in to keep it down. Rizzo was in front there for a moment, and the Bandits were on the attack. Rizzo puts Kratzer under pressure, trying to force a turnover. White gets it out of the zone. Otterbein interrupted McGonigal. Dumped in. Rizzo peels off. Otterbein and McCaffrey as well. Clean change for the Bandits. York will not have that breakout. They'll ice it instead. Their bench was screaming for it, but the Bandits changed cleanly enough. And boy, is it vital in the period of the long change. What does that mean, Rizzo Vision guy? You see the Bandit bench is close to the goal they are attacking in the middle period. If you're a great offensive possession team, you can change players while you have possession there. Sometimes you get caught in your own end. It makes it very difficult to change. And you can get caught in the change a little more frequently in this case. And the Devils on the bench thought they maybe were going to be able to catch the Bandits in a change. What you do is you send one player very deep and you try to hit them with an extremely long pass. Picked off by Camerata, shoveled forward. Gabby Rothstein picks it up now. Backhands it for Folia, who backhands it at Crossit. One save and a second. Picked up by Gabby Rothstein again. She was looking for somebody, I think, at the far post. Camerata through the middle. Folia actually looked like she slotted it back away. Through the slot it goes, and now into the near side corner. Kepler will keep it in at the point. Send it at the net, and Harris directed it away. Shot looked like it hit the crossbar and goes over the high glass. Bandits nearly had the lead doubled, but Crossit maintains the 1-0 deficit for the York Devils with some spectacular play and a little luck on the post. She's been brilliant. She's seen 15 and stopped 14. Off the draw. Sperling couldn't get through traffic. Bandini took it away. Comes outside of the zone. McSherry sent it in but didn't get it deep. Played with at the right point. Maluzio trying to get through. Venuto might have gotten away with a little bit of slash, but she kept it low. Maluzio with time and space. Shot! Riley sticks it away. Second shot goes just wide off the outside of the net. Looking for Mandy Scott up the far side wall. Tried to get it forward, but Bandini took it away. Sent it through the middle. Ryder picks it up, tries to center it. Can't do it for York. Bandini's in front. Ryder tries to get it there. Rebuffed by a sliding Mia McSherry. Centered through the middle. Riley saw it all the way. Sticked it forward. Krempa keeps it in. Sends it at the net. And Bandini whirling tries to get it through, but Riley or one of the Bandits knocked it away. This is York's probably their best maintained possession so far with 11:40 left in period 2, and the Bandits holding a 1-0 lead. McSherry below her own end line, sends it below, but for Krempa. Krempa sent it in front and nearly found some space as Riley got the right skate on it and was able to cover it up. Sometimes a crafty player will be able to shovel it at the goalie and send it in off parts of the goalie. That's what I think Bandini maybe had a touch on that one as well, but a big shift by York. They've closed the gap in shots to 15-8. Off the draw, comes into the neutral ice, Camerata. Kratzer picks it up for York. Cochran now grabs it, hounded by Folia. Comes through the middle, does Cochran's pass. Perez nearly got a stick on it. Now it comes through neutral ice, and here comes Folia 2-on-2 with Gabby Rothstein. Gabby gets it, tries to take a shot, but Kratzer got the stick on it. 11 minutes left, period 2. Bandits with a 1-0 lead. These are the Atlantic District playoffs. Here's Folia, centering feed. Sent it to the backhand of the righty, Gabby Rothstein. Kepler keeps it in, gets it down low through traffic. Gabby Rothstein tees it up, but waited just a moment too long. And that gave Katie Kratzer a chance to recover. Kratzer blocked the shot, Crossit covered it up. Whistle stops play, 10:42 left, period number 2. 1-0 Bandits lead. Producer Matt Claus, by the way. Here's Folia, one-timer in front, and didn't get enough on it. There's a redirect, but it goes the other way. Cochran all the way down at the top of the crease, redirected that one with her right skate to get it out of trouble. Kratzer near side wall, looking for somebody in the middle, goes defense to defense. Grace White has to retreat to get it. Phillips got it knocked away by Otterbein. McNulty and McCaffrey, the wings with Otterbein. Here's Maeve McNulty breaking into the offensive zone. McCaffrey tapping for it. Shot, handcuffed. Crossit, but she smacked it away with the blocker. Just shoved it forward. That went off McCaffrey. That is not going to be an icing, so Riley will play it. Good immediate call by the linesman. One linesman and 2 refs. McCaffrey tries to get behind the D, but Michaela Harris was there. Harris up the far side wall. Couldn't get it through all the traffic. McGonigal. Here's Olivia Rothstein off of a skate of Maluzio. Otterbein sends it to McCaffrey, tees it up. A shot was blocked by one of the Devils, and the puck goes over the high glass behind Kaylin Crossit, who has seen 17 and stopped 16, her opposite number. Lexi Riley has stopped all 8. They say that face-off is coming out of the zone. That was clearly tipped by, the shot was blocked by one of the Devils, so I'm not sure what they saw there. Maybe just missed it. Just the height of that puck and the way it took off was pretty evident of a blocked shot. There's Nancy McCaffrey, possibly the best hockey player in this entire arena. Mom of number 54 in pink. McSherry tries to keep it in, but Brewer gets it out, sends it for McGonigal. McGonigal got through, but with a little interruption, trying to center it. It gets in front. Riley picks it up. Brewer was robbed by Riley. Oh, Madison Brewer had that one ticketed, and Riley got the blocker on it. Maluzio comes all the way in, and she hits the post on the left side. York buzzing right now, but they haven't gotten it tied. Oh, Brewer just with a golden chance right there, and she got on it, what you want. And Riley just with a spectacular save. Shots now 17-11 as they start to even out a bit. Comes toward the point. Harris keeps it in. Redirected in front, and Riley saw it and covered it. Boy, Lexi hadn't had much work, but she's seen a whole bunch here now in the last minute or so as the Devils push to try to get a tie. Off the draw, comes to the near side wall. Camarada gets it out, trying to gain all the zones. Sent now to the point. Folia was there trailing, picked it off. Down low up the near side wall now for Ryder. She will get it out of the zone. Redmond to Shoemaker, Gromick over for Camarada. Off the boards on the far side. Kratzer hits the brakes, spins around, spins again. Sends it up, but Redmond picks it off at the point, sends it down. Rothstein redirected it away from the net. Crosett saw it all the way, so she had a beat on it, but the redirection allowed her to not have to make a save. Gabby Rothstein comes to, Camarada comes in. She had the top corner and just fired it a little too high. Kratzer retreating behind her own net, slowing it down, but risking it getting taken away. Gets through a couple off the glass on the far side. Shoemaker Gromick kept it in. Kratzer wraps it around the boards on the near side and leaves it up to Ryder to get it out, but Ryder has to send it back down low, and Camarada gets a piece, and the Bandits are playing a lot of this shift in there. Redmond tried to knock that one down. The Devils were willingly going to take an icing, and the Bandits didn't even let them do that. Camarada now with Rizzo and Folia for a moment, leaves it for Folia, couldn't get through. Ryder's going to pick this one up and try to break out with Cochran. Dumped it off the boards. It hit a funny part of the stanchion there as Cochran was trailing Shoemaker Gromick, and as the trailer there blew a tire. Hit the boards, but safely, thankfully. The first thing they teach skaters and hockey players is one of the first things, once they learn how to skate, there's a shot from the point, tried to redirect down low by Perez. One of the first things they teach you, Bandits send it off the netting, and I think they'll complete the rest of the change here. Let's see. They do. Rizzo, McNulty, and Folia end up staying off. So it looked like Folia ended up caught out there a little bit, sort of a double shift, maybe. That's way more likely to happen in the second period, as we talked about. Here to long change. Sperling with McSherry and Scott. That one fired wide. It's going to go all the way out. Harris has the angle, and Scott tries to close the gap. Picked off. Oh, Camarada had that puck sitting on the line. It looked like it might have been onside if she walked it in, but she didn't risk it. Kepler off of his shin pad, looking for Scott, but Maluzio forwards it, and Emily Phillips dumps it in safely on the side, the good side of the center line. Off the wall on the far side, Harris sends it down, redirected by Phillips, but didn't get it at the net. Scott sends it to the middle, where McSherry grabs it in stride. McSherry will gain the offensive line, tries to fire it, lost it, regains it, fires it wide. Sperling picks it up below the end line, shovels it in front, and Crossett lost the stick. It's right in front of her, but she doesn't want to bend down and risk anything to try to get it. Her defenseman should probably just try to pick it up for her, but eventually Crossett gets it as Maluzio, whose abilities cover a lot of wounds, brings it all the way in until Olivia Rothstein picks it up. Centering feed, Sperling got it before Perez could take it away. Sperling will pursue Cochran, who sends it to the near side for Harris. Harris gains the offensive zone line. Riley bunts it for Olivia Rothstein, who sends it for Scott. Kratzer will keep it in on the far side as we tick down to 4:26 left. I see there's a bunch of comments on there, and we appreciate everybody checking in here. From Mandy Scott's uncle from Arizona, the kick save by Lexi Riley there, as Aunt Janice is watching, among others, the Junior Flyers watch party. Bunch of great girls there and an awesome team that the winner of this game will face later on this evening. Here comes Jessie Sperling, 1-on-3, tries to get it through Harris, and they're gonna call that on Sperling. Oh, that's a tough call right there. Sperling had the puck and Harris got her tied up. Tim Kepler, I think, not happy with that one, but Bandits now will be shorthanded for the first time as Sperling gets called for the trip of Michaela Harris with 3:48 left in period number 2, and the Bandits holding a 1-0 lead. Huge opportunity for York. Sometimes, even in a close game like this, the opportunity presents itself early, meaning not at the end of the game. It might not be, your best chance might not be at the end when you try to pull your goalie. You might never get the chance to pull your goalie. And here their first power play for York, trailing by 1. In a game the Bandits have had mostly control of, but York's really picked it up here in the second. Kratzer sends it for Maluzio on the near side. They're all down low except for Kratzer. Maluzio looking for somebody in the middle, but the Bandits have it packed in. Kratzer has it on the exchange, couldn't get it through. Now does get it through. Backhander goes just wide. Phillips was looking for the slam dunk on the near side post. Shoemaker-Gromick will just take the icing there, and the clock ticks down to 3:04 remaining in period number 2. And York with a huge opportunity to get into this one. Not back into it. They can change the complexion of the game here with Sperling in the penalty box for 77 seconds more. McSherry, Gabby Rothstein up front. Olivia Rothstein, Fernandez Venuto on the back line. Nelson, Phillips, Cochran, Kratzer, who has it there, and Maluzio for York. Here comes Gabby Rothstein, shorthanded, tees it up, glove save by Crossett, and she holds on. Bandits will absolutely take that. An offensive zone draw here. Gabby Rothstein scored early. Lexi Riley has made it hold up. Here's Maluzio trying to turn the corner on the far side. Was looking to maybe do a Jack Hughes off the side of the goalie's mask, but didn't get it on net. Cochran picks it up below the end line, centering feed, interrupted by Gabby Rothstein. Rothstein gets through a couple. She's hounded by 3 Devils from behind. McSherry jumps in there, and McSherry will regain it. Oh, she gets hit from behind, and Cochran gives up the last 33 seconds of the power play for York. That's a tough penalty for York right there. Cochran just couldn't hold up, gets the roughing call, and Mia McSherry draws a huge penalty here. 2:21 left in period number 2. Bandits with a 1-0 lead. They'll play 4-on-4 for 33 seconds, and then the Bandits will embark on a power play for another 1:27. Foldia and Camerata, the forwards. Venuto and Olivia Rothstein, the defenders. Bandini and Krempa up front for the Devils. Maluzio and Harris on the back line for York. That one comes in offside. They're going to do it at center. The draw, 2:04 left period 2. 16 seconds of 4-on-4 time. Bandits will change a couple. Gabby Rothstein. Bandits do have the last change as the home team here, so Camerata is able to come out. They'll play 3 forwards and 1 defenseman here, 4-on-4, as they'll soon be on a power play. Maluzio gets it taken away by Gabby Rothstein. Krempa gets a piece of it. Maluzio gloves it down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Earth below us, and the Bandits have a power play as Sperling jumps on. Gabby Rothstein with it. Gets through traffic, trying to look. Deeks gets in, shot, save. It looked like Cross it, got the glove on it. Gabby Rothstein, one-timer, just goes wide. Here is Sperling, loses it, hounded by Bandini. Harris picks it up, chips it off the board. Sperling soccered it forward. Gabby Rothstein had it, sent it in. Harris picked it up, and they ice it. Excuse me. .117 left, period 2. 1-0 Bandits on the goal by Gabby Rothstein, and she's had a horde of chances. Bandits will line up 2 forwards in the slot. Relying a lot on Folia to win it. She didn't, but Sperling stole it from Ryder. Sperling gets a shot blocked. And there's 48 seconds left on the Bandit power play. Centering feed, good job by Kratzer tying up Folia in front. Sperling gets in, takes a shot. Big save by Crosett. The rebound trickled wide. Gabby Rothstein looking to get it to the point. Shoemaker Gromik's there. Walks the line, sends it for Sperling. Tees it up and shoots it wide. Boy, that's a good spot for Jesse. Rothstein allowed to walk in. Takes a shot. Big save by Crosett again. And the rebound trickles out of danger. Camerata had it, lost it to Kratzer near side wall. Nelson got spun around. Centering feed, redirected in front by Folia. Camerata has it. 26 seconds left in the power play. Shoemaker Gromik retreats. There's a one-timer by Camerata and a save by Crosett. Here's a potential break. There's a 3-on-0. Nelson comes in. 1-on-1 shot. Riley with the save. Ryder rebound. Sent wide. Still 1-0. 5 seconds in the period. 3 seconds. That's going to expire it. The York Devils nearly had it tied at the death of the second. But Riley comes up huge on the robbery of Lacey Nelson to keep it 1-0. Okay, mics are back on. Hopefully you've made it back, because the Bandits and the York Devils will embark on period number 3. Bandits with a 1-0 lead heading into the third. The winner will advance to play the Junior Flyers this Saturday evening, March 16th, with the first berth internationals on the line. Lexi Riley prepares the ice in front of the net to your YouTube right. She will guard that. And Kaylin Crossett will protect the cage to your YouTube left. We'll talk for a moment about some of these girls here. Logan Shoemaker Gromik is committed to Stevenson, and that's where she will play next year. Jessie Sperling to Penn State. She'll play on the club team at Penn State next season for the Bandits. So far, those are the only 2 commits. For the Devils, Kalina Cochran, Framingham State. Emily Phillips, Lebanon Valley College, so she'll get to play against Jessie Sperling. And 3 to Hood College, the new D3 program in Maryland. Caitlin Krempa, Avery Ryder, and Caitlin Kratzer. So congratulations to those girls. A couple of fine organizations here sending girls to the next level. Underway, period 3. Folia up front with Camerata and Gabby Rothstein, who has the goal. We had an ice cut here between periods like we have had in the Tier 1 tournaments. There's Brooke Ammerman-Reimer, the director of the Bandits program. Now puck comes into the offensive zone for York, sent at the net. The ice is extremely fast right now. Centering feed redirected. Oh boy, and Perez had eyes on that one and sent it just wide. Producer Matt Claus showing you his back. Here's Folia. Will break in 2-on-2, looking for someone in the middle, but Harris stepped up and grabbed that. There's Shoemaker Gromik, the Stevenson commit. Over to Gabby Rothstein, tees it up. Somebody got a piece, and the puck goes wide. Phillips in a puck battle, a stalemate over there on the far side wall. Centering feed, Maluzio picked it off. 15:52 left, period number 3. Bandits with a 1-0 lead. Gabby Rothstein tries to keep it in. Phillips and Camerata battle for it. Comes to the point, and Kepler can't keep it in. Kepler bunts it back to Olivia Rothstein, looking for someone in the middle. It's Camerata. She's one on every Devil. Kept in there by Mandy Scott. Over to Camerata. Tees it up. Blocked away. And sent forward by Michaela Harris. Jasper Perez got it out of the zone. And here comes Ryder. She's way offside if she brings it in, and had really no way of seeing Kalina Cochran there on, unless she had eyes in the back of her head. 15-14 left. Period number 3, 1-0 Bandits. Kenny Two-Fisted Sperling walks by. Off the draw, Maluzio picks it up and looking to get those wheels moving. Venuto steers her outside, tries to get it through on the sharp angle, but hits the outside of the net. Comes to the near side, all the way out. Maluzio is skating just up and down this ice. Was looking to fire it forward. Bandini was there and shielded it to get it out. Here's Venuto. A little too strong. That will be an icing unless it takes even more of an angle, which it does not. Mickey and Harry, Lexi's grandparents, chiming in. Brazil for the Venuto side, checking in. A lot of people from all around the world checking us out today. Glad to bring it to you. There's Jesse. Here comes Sperling up the right wing, trying to get around White. Does that, but has to do it beyond the end line. Comes now to the near side wall. Sperling still with it. Into the right circle. Shoots and she scores! Jessie Sperling doubles the lead with 14:22 left in the third period. 2-0 Bandits. Hey, Jessie! Sperling had it, steered all the way through on the outside, brought it up through the near side circle on the goaltender's right, got into the right circle, fired a shot, and found the top corner of the net. 2-0 Bandits, 14:22 remaining, off the draw. Otterbein with Rizzo and McCaffrey. Redmond sent it D to D. Shoemaker Gromick had to retreat to get it. Near side wall, Rizzo outduels Cochran for it for a moment. Now trying to get through Maluzio, and they battle for it just below us here. Otterbein, maybe Perez sent that toward the middle, and now Redmond steers it forward. Rizzo picked it off, doesn't have the numbers, uses the body as a block so Otterbein can pick it up. Otterbein looking to center it. Rizzo's in front if she could find it there, and so is McCaffrey, and it's going to be a penalty somewhere. It didn't look like York touched it. I guess I missed the delayed call there. And it is going to be Cochran with the trip. I think maybe Cochran tripped Rizzo there. So 13:47 left, period number 3. Sperling has doubled the lead for the Bandits early on. Now they embark on power play number 3. They are 0 for 2, and the Devils are 0 for 1 in their one power play chance. Here's Sperling, dumps it in. It goes off the end boards, picked off in front as that puck jumped away from Maluzio. Kratzer tried to get it out, but Sperling sent it down low. Centering feed, Camerata was there, but Bandini got just behind her to pick it off. Sperling sneaked all the way in. Kratzer sends it around the boards and leaves Nelson to outduel Shoemaker Gromick, which she does. This will be an icing, and now they wave it off. It looked like it would have, with the fast ice, cleared, but Riley was ready to play it. Maluzio dumps it in, hits into Camerata there. All clean stuff, just game is fast, and the players are really good and accomplished. Somehow Shoemaker Gromick got that through 2 players worth of traffic. And here comes Camerata. Izzy leaves it for Sperling, fires it off the outside of the bottom of the net. Not really the post, but the piping. Shoemaker Gromick over for Foglia, tees it up, but Bandini blocked it, and it goes to the far side corner. Bandits trying to set up here now, 47 seconds left on the power play. That shot fired wide and comes to the near side wall. Sperling couldn't get it through Bandini, who blocked it. It comes in front and crossed it, smacked it away with the stick blade. Kratzer looking for space and sends it in as she gains the line of center. Nelson picks it up along the end boards. Tripping and stumbling was the puck. Centering feed by Nelson, looking for Ryder in the middle. Comes in, just kept in by Harris with the backhand. Centering feed. Nelson was left alone by herself in the slot, and they have two low. Nelson just hanging there. The Bandits just seem to either not realize she's there or they don't care. But that's not one that you want to leave alone. Penalty will expire as Foglia breaks in. Foglia has McCaffrey down the middle and Scott in front. Couldn't quite get it centered as Harris was in pursuit. McCaffrey walks out of the corner but couldn't get it through all the traffic that found her as she got to the middle. Here's Nelson. Nelson leaves it for Ryder, who tries to get it to the middle for Perez, but Perez couldn't pull the trigger as Kepler guarded her there. They tic-tac-toed it nicely, but the final piece to the puzzle was guarded by Kepler. 11:11 left, period 3, 2-0 Bandits. Gabby Rothstein early in the first, Jessie Sperling early in the third. That one sent down. They say Olivia Rothstein might have been able to play it. Based on the way she turned, I think that the linesman probably made a pretty decent judgment there. Rothstein will pick it up and shovel it for Kepler, but Phillips is going to try to force the steal and does. Perez gets it, tries to center, but Kepler got a piece. Comes between the points. Now Grace White sends it at Riley, but it goes wide. Far side, McCaffrey tries to get it out, can't do it. Centering feed, nearly had Krempa on the back door. Krempa tries to center it. Olivia Rothstein was going to take the icing, but Krempa blocked it, and that just left it for Scott. Scott will come in 1-on-2, fire it wide. Got a lot on the shot, just didn't get it on net. And that will work to serve as a dump, and the Bandits will be able to change behind the play. McNulty, Scott, and McSherry up front. Scott and McSherry hustle off. Otterbein and Rizzo now out to join McNulty up front off the pinging end boards there and the fresh ice that was resurfaced between periods. It comes forward. Looking for Rizzo, but a little too strong. Otterbein puts the pressure on Maluzio, then does Rizzo, and Maluzio lost an edge right there. My counterpart to the left said, hey, where's the trip? But Rizzo's stick was nowhere near Maluzio. Brewer got caught up there, and they're going to call Otterbein for interference, I believe, with 9:32 left in period number 3. The ref give you the call. There's the interference signal, and Ava Otterbein heads to the box. The second power play for the York Devils. The Bandits are 0 for 3. They've scored 2 even strength goals. One by Gabby Rothstein early, and another by Jessie Sperling early, but in the third period. One early in the first, one early in the third. 2-0 Bandits. 9:32 left, period 3. Otterbein in the box for 2 minutes, and the Bandits would like to have it that way. Actually, I think the Bandits are 0 for 4 now because there was the York power play that got truncated, and then a shorter Bandits power play maybe that I didn't account for. Bandini tries to shovel it forward. She was at close range there on Riley, who covers it up. 1:46 left in the power play, 9:17 in the third period, 2-0 Bandits. If you're just tuning in, we're glad you are. New Jersey Bandits in the dark pink jerseys with the signature gold helmets, and the York Devils with the black pants and the white jerseys. Comes to Maluzio, one-timer redirected by Bandini's backside, not on net. Comes to the left point, Kratzer couldn't keep it in, has to retreat to Maluzio, who always seems to be in stride, and sends it offside for Ryder. It looked like maybe from here that Ryder had gotten on, but the linesman in better position than me. And now, I don't think it started this way, but there are 2 linesmen and 2 referees. There was one linesman before, but at some point there became two. So twice the number of officials on the ice as per usual for these teams. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm calling it better than they. And just to get to this far, to be selected as an official, you have to be pretty darn good. Shoemaker Gromick will send it in. It's not icing because it goes on net. Kratzer picks it up for Bandini, but through the wickets, and Shoemaker Gromick sends it to Kepler on the far side. Morgan gains the line of center and dumps it in with 8:30 left in the third period. It bounces off the live end boards there, and Crossett will cover it, and that will force the face-off. Jimmy the Mush tunes in. My old buddy Jimmy. Thanks for the support. 8:28 left, period number 3, 2-0 Bandits. 52 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Bandits. They've continued to, after the first sequence, keep the puck in the York zone. That's a good way to kill a penalty. Maruzio sends it forward for Nelson, who lost it. Gabby Rothstein in stride, gets it poked away by Kratzer, all onside. Kepler was shepherded out of the zone. It hits off of someone on the Bandit bench. And that will keep the face-off in the Bandit zone. 8 minutes even remaining in the third period. The winner advances to play the Junior Flyers later this evening. And if it is the Bandits, we'll bring it to you right here on Rizzo Vision. If not the Bandits, then we will bring you a game Sunday morning against the Little Flyers. But still a lot to be sorted out, and we'll go over that at the end of the game, so make sure you stay on through the final whistle. Here's Camarada. That will expire the penalty, chipped forward, and I thought it was off a skate, but the near side linesman, in terms of the play, the far side in terms of your vision, said icing. That does kill off, however, the penalty, and Otterbein repatriates the bench, and the Bandits change. Off the draw, they are going to send it out of the zone or redo it. They're going to just take Cochran out of the face-off circle, and Phillips will jump in. And Harris jumps in to take the face-off. I don't know why they make a defenseman take it. I don't think I've ever seen that before. You can really line up anywhere you want. Foldia will pick it up. Cochran sends it for Phillips. Knocked down by Venuto. Over to Olivia Rothstein, to Gabby Rothstein, not cleanly. This is like first period ice because it was resurfaced between the second and the third. Under 7 minutes now. Bandits with a 2-0 lead. Forwarded for Gabby Rothstein, trying to turn the corner on Harris. Harris keeps her outside. Rothstein slides down. No trip, no nothing there. Just trying to get an edge and was bodied off. So clean play. Camarada takes the body from Cochran. Gabby Rothstein fires a shot that goes wide. 6:26 left, period 3. 2-0 Bandits. If they can keep it this way, they'll be headed to an evening game with their first chance at a trip to Nationals on the line. Venuto reverses it for Olivia Rothstein. Looking for Mandy Scott up front, but instead sends it off the skate of Sperling. Jumping on the far side is McSherry. Sperling lone forward in pursuit, and McSherry and Scott on the change stay in neutral ice. They're going to send that one all the way down, the intentional offside. Rarely called, but in this case, the intentional offside means the offending player knew that it was going to be an offside if they pushed the puck into the zone, and that's what happened. Off the draw, Sperling fires it. And Crossit saves it. And you redo the sequence. McSherry on the draw. Sperling gets it. Gets down low. Backhand shot at the post! Millimeters from 3-0. Sperling has it, loses it, bunts it off the boards for McSherry. McSherry to the point for Redmond. Redmond through traffic, redirected, and it goes wide. 5:22 left now. Scott keeps it in. Maluzio picks it up, circles on the left side, chipped forward. Redmond keeps it in soccer style, and then hockey style sends it in with the backhand, and it's going to be picked off by McSherry to Sperling, who fires it, and it goes just wide. Bandits battle for it on the far side as we tick below 5 minutes remaining in the game. Sperling grabs it from McSherry grabs it rather and sends it down low. Scott will take it in the corner, tried to get it through for Sperling, couldn't do it. Kratzer sends it over for Bandini, gains the line of center, gains the offensive zone line, but only for a moment, and the moment's gone. Maluzio chips it in. Here is Shoemaker-Goromick. Picked up on the fly by McSherry, who dumps it down low. Bandits change behind the play. Here comes McCaffrey and McNulty with Otterbein. McCaffrey first in pursuit there. Kratzer neatly and deftly and patiently spins to try to buy time and let her players get moving. Takes it back from Maluzio, or rather lets it go. Harris now playing forward, 99. Otterbein centers for McNulty, who sends it to the corner. Harris, Kratzer, and Maluzio out. Those are three defensemen, and Harris looks like she's playing forward now. So York trying to mix it up maybe to get a little bit of the offense. 2-0, 3-0, 7-0, doesn't matter. Fired into the York bench, offensive zone draw for the Bandits. The scores of these games matter none except to determine a winner and a loser. Timeout, I believe, was called by York. 3:32 remaining. 2-0 Bandits. The shots on the board say 23-14. If that is the case, that means there have been just 2 shots in the entire period. One of them was by Sperling that went in, and another was by Sperling off a draw that was saved, and that would mean 0 for York. There you get a good look at the 2 linesmen and the 2 referees. The referees differentiated by the orange bands on both sleeves. Lexi Riley heads back into the goal to YouTube right. Kaylin Crossit almost certainly got some directions from the bench about heading there in favor of an extra attacker if York gets the chance. It's probably already time to consider that. Harris chips it up the middle for McGonigal. McGonigal gets it in. Nelson down the middle. Harris playing left wing. Kratzer on left D, Maluzio on right. So if you're used to seeing Harris as a defenseman, and I am over the years, she's playing wing now to try to generate some more offense. Offside the call, 3:04 as time ticks down. Crossit remains in the net for the York Devils. Some teams will play that pulling the goalie very conservatively. Even down by 2, they'll say, we won't do it until about a minute left. Other teams will be very aggressive, and if they get an offensive zone draw, would take the opportunity now or even earlier than that. Bandini trying to get it out of the zone, and does. Venuto hounded by Ryder. Here comes Cochran, has a lot of Bandits to beat, gets the shot off, but it goes well wide. Chipped up and out. This will be an icing. And they will, in fact, get the offensive zone draw, will York. And while the camera is trained on the attacking goal, my eyes are looking at the goaltender for York. With 2:39 remaining and a 2-0 deficit, Kalen Crosett remains in the net. Off the draw, picked up by Cochran, sent to Kratzer at the point. Shot didn't get through. Kepler picks it up. Phillips tries to shield. 3 head to the puck for York, but it went in the opposite direction, and that allows Camerata to get it out. Camerata now gets it in as she gains the line of center. 2:18 remaining in the third period. 2-0 Bandits. Here is Camerata, sends it right back where it came from, right down low. White trying to shield off Gabby Rothstein. Rothstein gets it again, loses an edge, but just bunts it below the end line. Under 2 minutes left for the Bandits. If they can keep the puck down here, they'll make it a moot point as to whether Crosett can get out of the net. They're not going to pull her with the puck in that zone, but she can't see her team even get an offensive zone possession here, let alone even a shot in the third so far, according to the game clock. Sent through neutral ice, Maluzio. She will gain the offensive zone and take it around the end line. 86 seconds left, 2-0 Bandits. Camerata will try to just send it forward. Here's Folia and Scott. 2-on-3, Folia has it. Doesn't even have to shoot, will do it anyway. Shoots it wide. Phillips on the far side sends it out. Kepler kicked it right back in offside. 66 seconds remaining. 2-0 Bandits. They haven't, at least according to the board, they haven't allowed a shot on goal in the third. And right at the end of the second, Lacey Nelson on a break was stopped to break away. Still in the nets is Crosett. Now with a solid offensive zone possession is York. Maluzio just hounded, bandit after bandit, handing off to guard the potent number 53 in white and black. Chipped up, but it won't get out. Maluzio between the points tees it up, and it's blocked. Face-off is going to come outside the zone, and there's going to be a penalty. It is a hold. Scott just blocked another shot, this time with the other leg, the other skate. She took one in the left skate earlier, now she took one in the right. Lacey Nelson is going to go to the penalty box for a hold, and with 38.2 seconds left, it ain't over, but it's awful close. Bandits will have a power play. Otterbein, Rizzo, and McNulty up front. Otterbein on the dot, Rizzo in the slot, McNulty on the far side. Off the draw, McNulty smacks it back to Otterbein, chips it forward. A host of players go down. Rizzo just goes and grabs the puck, centers it for Otterbein, redirected just wide. 26 seconds left. Bandits on a power play. They're up 2-0, and there's going to be another penalty as Rizzo drew another one. And forget it, they just will keep the goalie in at this point, and they blow the whistle. It'll be a 5-on-3 with 12 seconds left. Interference is the call. So I think that's the second that Rizzo's drawn. And it's only 12 seconds, but for the 5-on-3, Annalise Claus and Bella Bellin are going to get their touch on the ice. Great teammates. We've talked about it before. Sometimes some teammates have to make a little bit of a sacrifice. They all want to be out there, and they get a nice touch here at the end of the game. Venuto fires it, Crosett saves it and covers. 7.6 seconds remaining. 5-on-3 for the Bandits. They're going to get their first crack against the Junior Flyers this evening for a berth to Nationals. Folia on the dot, Claus in the slot. Bellin, who gets it there, sends it to the point. Venuto with 3 seconds, 2, 1. Time expires, and the Bandits will play for a trip to nationals against the Junior Flyers with a 2-0 win over the York Devils. The scoreboard says 3-0, but I'm pretty sure it was 2-0. That's what confused me at the end. Teams shake hands at center. Here's what you need to know. Later this evening, somebody get me the time of the game this evening, please. 7:45. Melinda Otterbein, of course. 7:45 this evening on Rizzo Vision, the Bandits against the Junior Flyers. The winner will take the first berth into nationals available here at the Atlantic District. The Devils will play Sunday morning a rematch against the Little Flyers, and if they win that game, they will advance to the Sunday afternoon game at 5:45, where the second berth to nationals is available, and the opponent in that game will be the team that loses in the contest between the Bandits and the Junior Flyers. So the Junior Flyers and the Bandits, 7:45 on Rizzo Vision. Bandits now with 2 shots to win 1 game, and if they do that, they will be headed to East Lansing, Michigan, the first week of April for nationals. That is going to do it from Iceline in Westchester, Pennsylvania, for the incredible producer Matt Claus and low-angle replay camera operator Debbie Rizzo. This is Joe Rizzo. Bandits win it 2-0. Thanks for watching New Jersey Bandits girls hockey on Rizzo Vision.
Yeah, I hit 2 shots in the ankle.
So unfortunate.
The first one was pretty.